In the headlines, President Buhari commissions Dangote 650,000 barrels per day refinery in Lagos. Presidential Tribunal dismisses PDP LP's request for live coverage. Resident doctors suspend strike action, resume Monday. On the foreign scene, 10 dead, 37 critically ill in South Africa cholera outbreak. Hello and welcome to the news update on Trust TV. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thanks for joining. And now the details. Aliko Dangote says the first product of the Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals will be in the market before the end of July. The president of Dangote Industries Limited stated this while giving the welcome address at the inauguration of the 650,000 barrels per day refinery in Lagos State on Monday. According to him, the accomplishment is to enable Nigeria to eliminate what he described as the tragedy of import dependency and stop once and for all toxic substandard petroleum product from being dumped in Nigeria's market. The facility is expected to produce premium motor spirit, diesel, aviation jet fuel, and dual-purpose kerosene, among other refined products.
Beyond the constant availability of a high quality fuels for our transportation sector, the refinery will also make available to our industries vital raw materials for a wide range of manufacturers in the plastics, pharmaceuticals, food, beverages, packaging, construction, and many other industries. Second, while the refinery operation and ancillary businesses will generate massive job opportunities, more absorptive capacity for labor in the hundreds of thousands. Third, once our plant is fully commissioned and it is on stream, we expect that at least 40% of the capacity will be available for export, and this will result in significant foreign exchange earning into the country.
Daily Trust Bureau Chief in Lagos, Alade Abiodun, gives us an update on the commissioning of the Dangote refinery.
50,000 barrels a day refinery that the president has commissioned today is expected to receive his first batch of goods by June, which is next month. So we are expecting that production will start later in the year, and this will obviously be able to help Nigeria to move from depending on the importation of refined products to now exporting. The African leaders that were here today, they were so happy. They could not hide their joy because this is key for Africa. Most African nations depend on importation of petroleum products. So with this coming to them closer, this will reduce some of the logistics costs. This will also help them to have security of supply. In fact, some of them actually pleaded with Dangote to actually think about establishing something as big as this in their own country. We are the president of Senegal, we are the president of Ghana. All of them are commending this project because this project goes beyond Nigeria. This project goes beyond ECOWAS. This is a project that all the African leaders are actually a part of, that they are keen to, because this will help the continent to actually develop.
And on to political matters. The Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal sitting in Abuja on Monday has dismissed applications of the PDP and Labour Party presidential candidates Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi seeking live broadcast of the tribunal's proceedings for lack of merit. Chairman of the tribunal, Justice Haruna Tsammani, upheld the submission of APC presidential candidate and the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, that the application is unnecessary. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, had filed an application on May 8 for an order to allow the live coverage of the daily court proceedings on the case they brought against the president-elect Bola Tinubu following the February 25 election. The Labour Party and its presidential candidate Peter Obi followed suit with a similar application asking that proceedings of the tribunal be televised. However, a week later, Tinubu opposed the application for a live broadcast of the proceedings of the election petition, describing it as an abuse of court process.
Setback here, the court in its wisdom decided that the subject of our application, i.e. the live streaming and open telecast, is not in any way connected with the merits of our petition. The petition is separate, it's ongoing. The application did not succeed to have the televised version of the proceedings relate to the entire world.
We are not holding back. We cited an authority. It's a decision of this court. If you listen to the arguments, contentions, and so on, some people think it's mandatory. The decision we have submitted says it's discretionary. So that's if there is a decision of the court indicating that whether or not to consolidate is discretionary, then either way will be satisfied.
Justice P.T. Kwahara of the Bauchi Election Petition Tribunal has adjourned pre-hearing on the case filed by the APC governorship candidate challenging the victory of the PDP at the 2023 governorship election in the state. Trust TV's Adamu Imam reports that representatives of the political parties and security agents were present during the pre-hearing of the case. The report.
The outcome of the 2023 general elections has been greeted by litigations across state in Nigeria as voters continue to express dissatisfaction with results that were announced. Bauchi State is not an exception. At the tribunal, the first pre-hearing of the case was entertained by Justice P.T. Kwahara and other two judges. The defendants, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, responded to journalists after the sitting.
Election that we can boldly say that the BVAS machine and the IREV worked perfectly well. We have looked at all the results, we've compared everything, and we can boldly say that this was an election well conducted. So we are very happy that all these documents, all the evidence will be made available before the tribunal. And the tribunal has judiciously allocated time today for all these matters. So we are coming back on the 31st of May, then for continuation and conclusion of the pre-hearing, then we'll go into the actual hearing of the matter. The petitioners, they say they need 4 weeks. And we just took 10 days to defend. So we wait for them. We are very ready for them.
To call our witnesses, time to go for break, and days to open and close our cases. For us, we will need 10 days to call our witnesses. The petitioners will take 4 weeks because the bulk is on their shoulder. They brought us here. So that's how much I can tell you.
APC's lead counsel, J.O. Olatoke, represented by Hakim Afolabi, said the party is confident of winning the case and demanding 4 weeks to present witnesses. However, there was anxiety at the tribunal among party supporters who were chanting solidarity songs as they trooped en masse to witness proceedings. Adamu Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
Staying with political matters, Labour Party says its doors are open to any candidate aspiring for leadership in the 10th National Assembly, as long as the candidate ideas go along with the ideals of the party. The leadership of Labour Party stated this during a press briefing in Abuja. Noel Samson reports.
National Secretary of the Labour Party, Umar Farouk Ibrahim, has said the party will not impose any candidate on the 8 senators-elect and 35 members-elect of the House of Representatives who are members of the party as jostle for the leadership of the 10th Assembly intensifies.
However, we have briefed our members and we have given them the cardinal points and our area of concern where we wish to have a purposeful leadership in the 10th Assembly. And we've given them free hand to choose among those ones that they are, they are being hobnobbing. We didn't interfere.
The party is holding an orientation program for its elected members to prepare them on what is expected of them.
The following topic will be adequately discussed. 1. Impactful leadership and good governance. 2. Building synergy for the new Nigeria of our dream. 3rd, people-oriented program in a parliamentary representation. And number 4, law-making constitution and democracy. All geared towards the Chapter 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, and as contained in the 72-page manifesto document of Peter Obi and Deti Baba Ahmed. Tag, it is possible.
The Labour Party is currently enmeshed in a crisis between Julius Abure-led executives and Lamidi Apapa-led faction. No, Samson, Trust TV News, Abuja.
The Delta State Police Command confirmed the killing of 2 members of vigilante group at Umutu community in Ukwari local government area of the state. Deputy Superintendent of Police Bright Edafe, who confirmed the killing, said that no arrest has been made. The 2 vigilante members, he said, were killed while trying to foil kidnapping of some persons in the community. A source in the community said one of the vigilantes also sustained gunshot injuries, adding that the gunmen kidnapped 3 persons last Friday after invading the riverside in the community. He said that following the kidnapping incident, vigilante group mobilized, combed the bushes and rescued 3 kidnapped victims. Now, hundreds of youths under the leadership of Plateau Youth Council on Monday morning staged a peaceful protest against the recent killing of over 100 people, including women and children, in the villages of Mangu local government area of the state. The youths, who gather in their numbers, condemned the incident and registered their total displeasure and rejections of the continued loss of lives and property worth millions of naira. Ado Musa reports.
These are youths who have gathered in their numbers at the Federal Secretariat Junction to register their displeasure over the recent killing of their loved ones in the villages of Mangu local government area. On Tuesday last week, gunmen invaded some communities of the local government area and killed more than 100 people, a situation that was condemned within and outside the state. While leading the peaceful demonstration, the chairman of the group, Sunday Adas, accused Fulani of launching the attacks, adding that youth are not going to tolerate any more attacks in the state.
It is no news all over the world that Plateau State at the moment is passing through very turbulent times. Parts of Plateau State are experiencing very heavy attacks by Fulani militias. Going forward, we disagree and refuse to subscribe to that untrue and false description of unknown gunmen.
The group also blamed personnel of Operation Safe Haven, a security task force tasked with maintaining peace in the state, for not responding quickly to the attacks.
The commander is compromised and therefore servicing a particular interest in the ongoing killings of the natives of Plateau State. Otherwise, how can one explain the belated civil and ineffective responses of the Operation Safe Haven in the face of credible and abundant early warning signals and distress calls placed on the operations?
Reacting to the accusation of being responsible of the attack, the state chairman of Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, Magban, Nuru Abdullahi, denied the allegation, adding that such insinuations are unfounded.
They allege that it was launched by Fulani. For the past 20 years, it was alleged suspected Fulani. Any idiom iota under the sun, they alleged suspected Fulani herdsmen. Had it been security are on their feet doing well, this thing could have been is a preventable problem. But security doesn't do their work. From the first time, the first quarrel between a farmer and a herder, the security are aware. The commissioner of police is aware. The commander of Operation Safe Haven is here, is aware. the director SSS are all aware of this.
Over 100 people were killed in Mangu General area, while properties worth millions of naira were destroyed in the latest attacks. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
The leadership of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors has suspended its one-week warning strike, which it embarked upon on Wednesday, May 17. President of the association, Dr. Emeka Oji, told Trust TV that the association suspended the action for 2 weeks after reaching some agreement with the government on Friday. He, however, stated that the doctors will meet again on June 2nd to review progress made with the agreement signed, after which the association will decide on their next line of action. Trust TV earlier reported that the resident doctors and the federal government have reached an agreement over the 5-day warning strike embarked upon by the association. The doctors are demanding, among other things, the payment of all salary arrears for their members, as well as the immediate upgrade of infrastructure in public hospitals. You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Coming up shortly, we'll take a look at the profile of the man who will take over Kaduna House. Details and more after the break.
Trust TV, documenting the Nigerian story.
Now, as part of efforts to support Africa's goal of strengthening...
Now, looking at the activity chart, as you can see right here, a total volume of 130...
Created a Boko Haram crisis that at that time was restricted to Yobe.
How secured are they? You can see security men with blood.
This is the road leading up to the...
Already, if you look at English squad, you are looking at EPL, you are looking at their names. You are not looking at...
Welcome back. You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Here's another look at the top stories. President Buhari commissions Dangote 650,000 barrels per day refinery in Lagos. Presidential Tribunal dismisses PDP LP's request for live coverage. Now moving on, as part of measures towards delivering on the mandate of primary health care centers at community level, the Federal Ministry of Health, through the National Primary Health Care Development Agency, has launched a community-based health research innovative training and services program to leverage rural posting of resident doctors, medical officers, skilled birth attendants such as nurses and midwives to improve the quality of services. This is aimed at ensuring equitable distribution of skilled healthcare workers at the primary health care centers across the 774 local government areas of the country. Here's the report.
Barely days to the end of the Muhammadu Buhari's administration, the plague to revitalize the dwindling primary healthcare sector as driven by the Minister of Health, Osagie Ehanire, as well as the promises of creating more healthcare centers at the community level from 3,000 to about 10,000, a goal that is far from being actualized within the 8-year reign of the administration. The ministry is, however, focusing on making available skilled health workers targeted at improving reproductive, maternal, newborn, child and adolescent health, amongst other health services within the benefiting communities.
To create awareness, okay, and draw attention to balancing healthcare, not to focus only on tertiary, but look at secondary and primary. And advocacy to the governors, to the local government chairmen, traditional rulers, to also demand their own PHC in their area.
The federal government, however, said that the lack of human resource for health is a challenge bedeviling the primary healthcare centers in the country.
It's a call for action for all stakeholders and the incoming administration to build on what they have put on ground.
It, however, intends to optimize the high-quality workforce in tertiary institutions to help the primary institutions that are short-staffed through training, practical research, with the target of enrolling community health extension workers in the next 7 years, starting with recruitment of 3,806 before the end of 2023 and 25,000 by 2030 in a bid to continue the objectives of the CRISP project.
Providing the right environment for medical doctors, giving them the right kinds of incentives to do their work, we feel will also help in reducing brain drain out of the country. We're also using this opportunity to recruit additional nurses, midwives that are very critical for making sure that pregnancy and childbirth are safe.
On funding, the project is a multi-sectoral approach with governments at all levels and donor partners pledging supports for more investments in the PHCs.
This program came at the right time when WHO Nigeria has been awarded with a grant of £2 million by the government of the United Kingdom to support Nigeria to strengthen its health workforce toward achieving UHC.
The intervention focuses on increasing, retaining and improving the quality, adequacy, competence and distribution of a committed multidisciplinary primary healthcare workforce that includes facility outreach and community-based health workers supported through effective management supervision and appropriate compensation. Aisha Salihu, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Now, civil rights activist cum lawmaker Senator Uba Sani will be inaugurated on May 29 to succeed Nasir El-Rufai as governor of Kaduna State. Could he maintain Governor El-Rufai's tempo of urban renewal in the state? In our series on governors to watch, Bello Musa profiles the man who will take over Sir Kashim Ibrahim Kaduna House.
Born in Kaduna State, Senator Uba Sani, who is the incumbent senator representing Kaduna Central Senatorial District in the 9th Assembly and the governor-elect of Kaduna State, has been in the public space for years due to his antecedents and struggles right from a young age. He was a civil rights activist fighting for the emancipation of the citizens and the protection of democracy in Nigeria. The governor-elect crossed paths with many political allies like Yusuf Hamisu, popularly known as Merago, who shared some of the political struggles of the Senator Uba Sani right from the military regime.
Right from his young age as a student and also as a young person, he has been engaged in the struggle towards the emancipation of the common man and also ensuring that the democratic space is expanded and also assured in Nigeria. If you know, we came from the history of military dictatorship, and right from the 90s, he has been involved with the Human Rights Committee and also the democratic struggle towards ensuring that we have a democratic dispensation in place. So he has been participating in different political struggle. He was a member of the National Conscience Party, which was led by the late legendary Chief Gani Fawehimi.
Besides his struggles in the political arena and the civil society, Senator Obasani acquired vast experience in both public and private sector that prepare him for the 9th Assembly and for his eventual emergence as the governor-elect of Kaduna State.
Well known also in Nigeria for his performance in the 9th Senate. He achieved so much more than any other person in the history of Kaduna State who has been to the Senate has done. He has quite a number of bills to his credit, bills that are meant to, improve the quality of life of Nigerians.
Obasani emerged the governor of Kaduna State after defeating his closest contender, Muhammad Isa Ashiru of the PDP, in a keenly contested election. The leading opposition party in the state, the PDP, is already at the elections tribunal challenging the legality of the polls. However, for supporters of the APC, May 29 is sacrosanct. Bello Musa, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
And now on the foreign scene, an outbreak of cholera has killed at least 10 people in South Africa's most populous province of Gauteng. According to reports, at least 95 people have since last Monday visited hospitals showing cholera symptoms in Hammanskraal, an area north of the capital, Pretoria. Lab tests on Sunday confirmed at least 19 were cases of cholera. It added that 37 people were admitted in critical condition. The victims included a 3-year-old child and 9 adults. Authorities are urging the public to take extra precautionary measures and maintain proper hand hygiene. And in sports news, Miami Heat are within one win of the NBA Finals after a comfortable 128-102 victory over the Boston Celtics in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Heat lead 3-0 in the best-of-7 series. The winners will face either the Denver Nuggets or the Los Angeles Lakers. The Nuggets are 3-0 up in the Western Conference Finals with Game 4 on Tuesday. And that's it for the news update. You can watch more via all our social media platforms and also on our YouTube live stream. I am Ayuba Ila. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.